FIRS, the Forest Inventory Reporting System, is a fully integrated cloud storage, offline data capture and analysis web app for temporary forest inventory data. At its most basic level, it can be used to design and capture any forest characteristic used to monitor, scale, schedule, or otherwise assess a managed forest. At its most sophisticated level, it can be used to derive yield tables projected through time to a highly granular level of product recovery detail. In the FIRS web app, inventories are planned, designed, allocated to device and reported. The data capture is performed by separate handheld mobile devices, that is phones, with the important capacity of being able to work offline without an internet connection. This welcome video focuses on the FIRS web app. Menus are arranged left to right and top to bottom in the common order of use. The Configure menu allows the user to fully customize the fields captured. The Species menu is used to create codes and to put those codes into species lists. If you want more than the standard FIRS fields, you may of course create your own custom fields, and again, they will go into a custom field set. And if your intent is to predict grade recovery at the plot, tree or subtree quality level, these can be applied within one or more classes where each class has its codes specified by the user. Once these 4 design sets are prepared, they go into a concept called a data configuration set. And at the highest of the 6 FIRS core data levels, the population, that configuration set gets identified, and that identifies exactly the design style of that population. Within a population, you may have one or more strata. Within a stratum, you may have one or more plots. Depending on the design style, that plot may then go on to include trees. And if the quality capture is subtree, that tree can identify forks, which capture your subtree class code information. Designing a population can be achieved either through a simpler appender process to a specific inventory and stratum, or if you need to design a large batch of plots, you can also identify an exact comma-separated file structure that suits your needs, go through validating that structure and import the design into the FIRS database, uploading hundreds and even thousands of plots all in one go. You can, of course, export your data. You can also import existing legacy data if you wish. Again, using a comma-separated approach and simply pasting your prepared data into a series of windows, which then get validated and ultimately imported into the FIRS database. Perhaps the major drawcard of FIRS is the ease of data management, and this handled quickly and seamlessly through a device joining process, which then allows allocation by stratum and by plot to that device, ready for download across the internet to the handheld mobile device. If the user chooses to continue with the FIRS workflow, the reporting menu comes into play, either with a simpler raw reporting level, where we can see basic statistics, we can track progress, we can look at completion rates, or the user may go a step further and use the Create menu to create products, place those products into grade sets. You can create thinning events within thinning regimes if you wish, and at that stage you move to the more sophisticated Grow and Grade report menu. where you can ultimately create yield tables. You can look at your reports at a series of different levels and types, and of course export those reports when done. There's an extensive help menu, including an onboard user guide, which for most of the FIRS tasks that a user will want to do will step you through those exact instructions of how to go about that task. Contact EFM today for full demonstration of the features and advantages of the FIRS application.